Hi everyone, welcome to Tammy's Creative Cards and Crafts. I'm Tammy, and welcome back to, I guess, the second part of creating with toilet paper, toilet tissue. And I have been having lots of fun crafting with this roll of goodness in my craft room. I only wish that I had lots of my YouTube buddies here to craft with me in my beautiful craft room. It would be so much fun to just sit here and have a whole bunch of us sitting around and just playing and having a whole bunch of fun. However, I have been having fun just playing around and just playing with ink and water and different textures. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of what I was doing yesterday, show you how some things turned out and some new things that I've tried. So I'm sure that everybody is curious about this stamp here that I had put some ink to. I have not lifted it up, but it is dry. And as you can see, this is where I put the green ink, and I mixed kind of these two colors of pink up here. So I'm just going to lift this up, and I'll just show you the other side. This is what the stamp looks like. So I'm just going to pull this off. It should have an embossed look, and then we'll just see what the ink looks like. Who knows? But we'll see. So as you can see, it has a very gorgeous embossed look. You can pick up the embossed look of the flower and the leaf. And so what I plan on doing here, actually, just grab my scissors. And I'm going to cut around the flower here. Try to get a little detailed. As the way the stamp went around. And it's holding up very beautifully around the edges. I am so impressed on how this whole technique has turned out. The comments have been awesome. Everybody has loved this, and I hope that you will try it at home, in your own homes, and let me know how you've enjoyed making these beautiful embossing crafts yourself. And let me know if you decide to do some new things as well and try some different ideas. I would love to hear about it. Like I said, I was just sitting here playing around, and this looks absolutely adorable, all cut out here. And I think this is going to look beautiful on a card, because the texture of it is nothing like anything else. It's not the same as paper. It's very puffy, and I think that looks gorgeous. As you can see there, look at that. Now, I could wink a Stella this, or I could put some dazzling diamonds on here. Let me just see what this looks like with the Wink Stella. I'm not sure how much that will show up. So the Wink Stella gives it a nice faint look of glitter. But I think maybe the dazzling diamonds would be very nice. So I may do the dazzling diamonds on that. So stay tuned for that one. I'll get back to you on that one. And I just see another little piece here that I can cut out closer to the leaf, just to give it a little better detail. But I think that turned out beautifully, and I definitely will try that technique again. So that was just embossed with the toilet tissue, and what I did is I just used my markers in different spots through the layers. And I used 2 of the green shades and 2 of the pink purpley shades, and that's what gave it the different colors. Okay, so that's the flower. Now let's move on from that. So here is just another stamp that I had. This was the just plain rose, and I didn't put anything on this one. This came out gorgeous. Look at how that embossed. Isn't that beautiful? So now I can cut around this, and I'm just going to basically cut around it. I'm not going to cut it in detail right now, but I'll get a little bit closer than what it is right now, and then I can go in detail later. But what a beautiful embellishment that will make on a card. And as you can see, I can ink that up and add some gorgeous detail to that. Put some sparkle in there, but what a beautiful embellishment. Get some light there. That will make just by using that stamp and some toilet tissue. Beautiful. And just let it dry, and that would just like lift right off your cardstock. Great idea. Okay, so that is the little flower. Then I used some embossing folders here, and here are some of the ones that I did. These are how they turned out. Just gorgeous. Now I thought these would be fantastic in like a journal. What I thought I would do is I could use my machine and stitch around these, cut off just trim it up, and then I could go around and do a zigzag stitch and use these for a journal. It'd be wonderful. Look at the detail on this one. And look at this Baroque pattern. Absolutely gorgeous. I hope that you can pick up that detail there. And then I inked this one, and I'm going to show you how. Look how gorgeous this turned out. This was the rose print one, and I just went over it with my ink pad and brushed over it, and it just brought up the gorgeous raised edge. And then on this side, it showed the opposite. Isn't that beautiful? It would be just stunning on a card. Or as I said, like in a journal on the back page. Just beautiful. I'm so happy with how these are turning out. And I'll just show you what I mean by inking those up. So I'll just grab a color here. Let me see, pretty. So I have a pretty, let me see, turquoise. So I have this Bermuda Bay. And so what I'm going to do is very lightly, I'm just going to go over it, but don't press too hard. And you just want to let it grab on the raised edges. And it kind of lets it make its design as it's going along, and it'll grab the raised parts and the I just love it. It just changes before your eyes. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. And then you can turn it over and do the opposite side. And you could put some other colors in here. So if I wanted to go in, let's see. Maybe with this mint. And, oh, sorry for moving the camera there. I'm just going to go in with one of my sponges. And so just get some ink. I'm not crazy about that color now. That's okay, just change it up. Let's do a pretty color. How about putting like a nice tan color in the back? Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna go in and kind of shade in the background to give it kind of a vintagey look. And you don't have to do it everywhere. You can just do it in some areas. But what this is doing, it's kind of giving it a little aged look, which I love. It's very pretty. You can do however you like. You can pick, of course, the colors that you like. It's your project. Be gentle, because you spent all the time making those, embossing those beautiful impressions. So you don't want to push all those down. I love those two colors together. See how it kind of gave it a beautiful vintagey look. Then you can just turn it over and go to the back and sponge. I find this sponging and doing stuff like this very relaxing, especially when my husband's at work. Sometimes I put the music on and I can just create like this, and it's very relaxing. Okay, so there is the back and there is the front. I think it turned out pretty good. And I would just trim up this little side here. And as you could see or hear, when it dries, it just trims gorgeous. Like I said, it's not the same texture as cardstock. It's nice, fluffy consistency to it. Beautiful. Okay. So one thing I have been playing around with, and sorry for bumping that again, and I want to show you is, I was thinking, okay, now that I was playing around with all those different textures and inks and different things like that, what if I changed up the paper? And instead of toilet tissue, what about tissue paper? What? Can you imagine? I know! I can't believe it. So here is one that I did, and it turned out gorgeous. This is one that I did in the script. Now it's still a little bit damp. But I love this script embossing folder. And look how beautiful this turned out in this gorgeous pink tissue paper. And it's just light as a feather, delicate, beautiful. Like I said, I will let that dry. And it's just gorgeous. So I'll let that one dry. And here is another one that I did. And I added some ink to this one in between, or on the bottom of the embossing folder and the top. And it actually mixed with the tissue paper. And look how gorgeous this looks once it dries. So beautiful. So this was the same color tissue paper as this one, but with the ink. So look at the difference, and the difference in the texture. It's almost marbled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the effect that I did with this one. Okay, so let me grab, let me just see what one to use. I love that little one with the flowers on it. Okay. This one here. Okay, so we'll do another one. What's this one here? We'll do another one like this, because this one is gorgeous. Actually, I had one set aside. I was going to do, oh, sorry. I'll do this one. This one, it's like that Baroque pattern. Can you see that? And I'm going to try to do it in the blue. Okay? So what I would like to do is to use this gorgeous let's see. I think I will use this Night of Navy. Hold on. Let me just have a look. I want to pick something that kind of goes along with my tissue paper here. So, okay. Might be a little too dark. So I have this Island Indigo, and what I'm going to do, it's very beautiful color, is I'm going to ink the embossing folder. Okay. Try to get the whole thing. All right. And then I have these strips of tissue paper cut out about the same size as your embossing folder there. And I'm just going to lay that down, and do not move your tissue paper after you lay that down. And you're just going, now this is very important. Do not spray your tissue paper as much as you did your toilet paper, because your tissue is very thin. So just give it like 1 or 2 sprays. Okay? And then you're going to put another piece. And there is like a waxy side and like a paper side. Try to put the waxy side at the top. Okay, and lay it down. And again, try not to move it. Just kind of get that so it sticks to the top. You might need an extra spray there if you find that they're not sticking. And then stick the next one down. The waxy side there. Stick that down. And just so you know, I mean, common sense, if you're using a Gemini or, you know, an electronic machine, you have to be very careful if you're using water or, you know, anything wet, and you're using your Gemini machine, that, you know, you're not oversaturating your tissue or your toilet paper and then putting it into an electronic machine. So I try to wipe down everything on the outside before I put it in there. But again, you don't want to saturate everything. So I'm trying, I usually put about 5 or 6 layers of this tissue paper. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is flip this around. I have a little bit of water there that I'm just going to dab up because I don't want water to get in my ink. And then I'm going to hold this down with my hand and ink up my other side of my embossing folder. Try to get right down to the bottom. That's why it's always good to have like a spare piece of scrap underneath where you're working, so you don't have to worry about getting your ink all over the place. And I'm just going to give this a light spray. There, that's it. And now you're going to fold this over, okay, and hold that down. And I'm going to run this through the machine. Now, because this is going to push this down, there may be it may get a little juicy when it comes out. So be prepared to wipe this down. This is a casualty of the first time I tried this. I got ink on my shirt because it was dripping. So hopefully some stain buster will take care of that. If not, like I said, it'll be a casualty. And like I said, now when you first look at this, it's going to look very different than it will in a few minutes when it starts to dry. When I first looked at this one, all the ink and the wetness was around here with nothing in the middle. And that's because when it goes through the machine, all the ink and the wetness looks like it dispersed out to the edges because the pressure put in the middle. But after it dried, it seemed to all come back and made this beautiful design. So don't worry, it will change once it starts drying. Okay, and this looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at how beautiful this is. And we can look at the other side. That is stunning. And it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. And, I mean, I can't wait to see that. How beautiful is that? So I'm going to let that dry. And there's very minimal cleanup to these. You can just take a wipe and wipe that off. I usually take my embossing folders and just run them under water, and the ink comes right off because I don't like to have anything on them. So I don't usually just leave it with doing it by the wipes. I like to run them underwater and make sure that they're nice and clean and dried. But just after I use them, I just give them a quick wipe with the wipe if I'm going to be still doing stuff. And then after I'm done crafting, I know that I've got the ink off, and then I can go and clean them up, you know, all together. So I hope that that works for that. And that was my hubby calling from work. So I'll just call him back later. Okay, so so that is how I have been changing them up a little bit, and I hope that you really have enjoyed just seeing some different tutorials on what you can do with toilet tissue and now tissue paper. Just beautiful. Like, I have absolutely loved creating these different things. I thought about also, like, what would happen if you put more than, maybe more than one color? So try that one, try that and see what happens. So say, for example, if I had this beautiful one here with all the roses, and let's see. So if we did the tissue paper, and I put one down, and this is the first time I'm trying this, and I'm trying it with you. So let's say we put a yellow one there. And then I have some beautiful green. Okay. And maybe we could put maybe some strips of some different colors. Maybe some purple and some pink. I have a darker pink here. Like I said, I am just going with the flow here. We'll see what happens and see how it turns out. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. So let's just say you take a couple little squares and put one here, here, and let's put a purple one down here, and take a pink piece. Take a pink one, put that one down, and then put some more pink ones here. I have no idea if this is going to look stupid or not. Okay. And then let's put a purple one back here. Right there. And let's use a blue one here. This could be ready for the garbage bin, who knows? Or it could be a masterpiece. And they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So we'll see. Let's see. Okay, that like that. It's getting crazy. Okay, and then how about we do the last one in this beautiful green. Oh. Green one. And then I think I'll just cut up a bunch of little bits here. Okay, I think it's getting nuts in here, but let's just cover this. Oops. I know this is looking crazy. Oh, let's see how this looks. There's a method to my madness. Okay. All right, let's see what this is going to look like. Right out of Frankenstein's. Okay. Who knows what that's going to look like. Okay. Let me put this through the machine. Came out that time. Just give me 1 second. Okay. See what I mean about the water coming out? So you have to be very careful with when you're working with the Gemini there. So okay, so here is what come out of that. Look at all the colors. So that doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to look. That is actually pretty cool. And you can see how the different colors are coming through. Now, maybe next time I might use different colors instead of the green. But you can see how the pinks are coming through. And where I cut off the little pieces. I think it turned out really neat. And if you didn't pay attention to the greens, just how it worked in general, it actually turned out pretty cool. Like I said, it was just an experiment, and it was pretty neat. And you could still ink this up to whatever you want it to be, or you could just leave it natural like that. But I think it turned out pretty neat. So I'm really happy with that. So that was an experiment that you got to see minute by minute, and I hope you're enjoying this little tutorial. If you end up trying this yourself, let me know if you try some other things. I would love to hear your suggestions, and let me know how you like these. Yeah, I think they turned out fantastic. And here's that other one that we did. And I hope that you all have a fantastic day, fantastic weekend, and thank you so much for for joining me today. I so much enjoyed doing this for you. And if you're not a subscriber of my channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I hope it's possible. It's been really slow. I've been sitting in the same spot for, it seems, months. So please help me get there. Share with a friend, like, subscribe. Please don't forget to be kind and go to the Random Acts of Kindness video if you've done something wonderful for somebody else, and fill that out, and I will give your channel a shout out. And you'll also be entered in my giveaway. I just recently did a giveaway to some great subscriber. And also the pet ATC is on right now. And all you have to do is be 18, be a subscriber of my channel, and send in a sweet pet ATC, which is the size of a playing card. And I will send you back a pet ATC of my sweet dog Crew, who is no longer with us, but I have represented him on the card and have added a charm with wings, and all his information is on the back. Anybody that watches my channel knows Crew from me talking about him, and he's also in that big beautiful picture that is always in my background. I call him my CEO because he was always with me, and now he is the CEO of Tammy's Creative Cards and Crafts. And I would love to send you an ATC card so you can start your own pet ATC cards yourself. And also I have some great giveaway prizes. So I had extended it, or I had it until the end of June, but I'm going to extend it possibly another week or so. So because I have some people that have contacted me saying that theirs is on the way. So you still have time to get yours in. And I just absolutely love them. Put your pet on the front if you can. And like I said, if you can represent them. If they're not with you anymore, you can represent them with a little charm of wings, or you can draw wings or a halo on there. And put their birthday on the back. And if they're no longer with you, I still will send you a card saying that I'm thinking of them on their birthday. And also, please put their address and some cute little things that make, you know, that are cute about them, that make you happy, that makes, you know, you happy to have them in your life. They bring so much love to us, so why not celebrate them as well? So that's it. I'm not going to keep this video any longer. God bless each and every one of you. Prayers to my friend Sheila. Prayers to Samantha. And prayers to my friend Bonnie. God bless you all. And I hope that you all heal. And I'm thinking about each and every one of you. And God bless. Again, I will talk to you very soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.